Alright, well, find our seat. Nice to see everyone tonight. So, starting to find your comfortable seat. Find a space on your mat that you can really just settle in, somewhere that your body can feel okay. So the legs don't have to be crossed, but maybe they are, maybe they're out, maybe one's out. So starting to make some adjustments. You let your eyes soften closed once you find that space. You can notice your breath. Start to really feel your breath. Feel the chest and the belly, feel the movement. Starting to build your awareness, well, feel the hips grounded. Feel the spine nice and long, nice and lift to the crown of the head. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is open, lifting. Hands are relaxed somewhere on the body. Maybe the palms are face down, the knees, invite grounding. Might have palms face up to invite some energy or something else. Together, we'll start to deepen this breath. So take a nice slow inhale. Really fill up, find your full breath, and then just pause for a moment. And then as you soften the jaw, you'll exhale to let it go. Pulling the belly in until you've really emptied out, and then you'll pause at the bottom of the breath. And again, inhale, deepening, finding the top of the breath, and then just pausing here. Gentle sigh, relax the jaw, let go. Find the bottom of your breath, empty lungs. One more time. Inhale, nice and slow. So you really fill up from the lower belly all the way to the collarbones. And you hold it. And then release. Sigh it out. Feel a little softness. You pull the belly in empty. Pause. And inhale for 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll hold. Through the nose, let it go for 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold. And release through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time we pause here. And then with your own rhythm, find your even breath, your equal in and out breath that you can keep coming back to throughout the practice. So feeling nice and balanced through the body and the breath. You'll notice the mind. Try to bring some balance there as you find an intention. What's the intention for practice tonight? Try to see if anything moves into your mind. Maybe there's something something you typically go to. Maybe you're just going to find a place of gratitude. Just keep bringing that to your mind. Your intention will slowly start to blink the eyes open, taking a deep breath, reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands to the knees, chin to the chest, rounding right here. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to knees, round the spine. One more time like this. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time you're going to exhale, reach the arms out, and sweep the right arm across the chest, right arm underneath. Stretch the shoulder, look over to the left. So stretching the neck and the shoulder. Just getting some circulation going here. Take a nice deep breath into that shoulder joint. And then slowly let it go. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands behind the back. Maybe you can interlace the fingers, open the chest. Maybe you're just reaching back behind you. Stay right here. If it feels nice, take a hinge forward. I feel good. And then your inhale to lift up. Arms reach overhead, uncross, recross the legs other direction. And now this time, right arm across the body, left arm underneath, look over to the right. And feel the nice stretch in the neck. Breathe into the shoulder. Start to notice what you're feeling here. And a release. Inhale to open up the arms. Exhale, bring the hands behind you again. Open up the chest. And if it felt nice to hinge forward before, feel free to make your way there. If it feels nice to take a moment to lift, take your lift. Inhale brings you back up. Reach the arms overhead again. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then make your way to child's pose. Start to reach the hands forward. Knees wide, toes together. Find that length into the spine. Remember, you can always come back to this pose throughout your practice. You may take a moment to rock the forehead side to side, seal your intention into your mind. And then start to make your way to your table. Inhale, let the shoulders make their way right above the wrists. Hips over the knees. Lift the spine nice and long, and then we'll take our cat and cow. Belly drops and helicopter. Exhale, round. Tucking the tail, pressing the upper back to the sky. And then a release, your cat and cow. Take this at your own pace. You're noticing if you want to hang out in one place a little longer. Feel free to move in any way that feels good right here. We're making the practice your own. Might feel nice to take a little side stretch. You can take a few more breaths here, maybe 2 or 3 more breaths, and in your time, you'll let the toes curl, fingers spread wide. You'll start to make your way up to your down dog. But take your time getting there, move with your breath. Once you do start to arrive in your down dog, maybe keep some softness in the knees and then let the back be nice and straight, let the tailbone lift. Notice the feet at least touch distance apart. We want there to be some space between the feet and the legs. If you ever had a tight lower back, you can bring the feet even wider. You're noticing the distance between the hands and feet. Will roll to a high plank with your inhale. Inhale, the heels lift, and we roll. Shoulders over wrists. Your exhale will bring you back. Press the mat away. Hips lift. 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, we come forward. Really pull the belly in. Exhale, back. Deep breath here. Soften the jaw. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Bring the feet to the hands. Hold at the top of the mat. We'll take a ragdoll. So let the belly rest on the thighs. Deep bend in the knees. Hands to opposite arms. You can find the sway side to side. Letting the upper body relax. Letting go of any hold on the head and neck. And then you can start to release that bind on the elbows. Heel toe the feet to hips distance if they've gotten wide on the mat. And then we'll take a half lift. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, come to standing. Pressing through the feet, the arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale, come to standing. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach out. Sit back in your chair. Make sure the knees are behind the toes. Try to relax the shoulders. And then let it go. Hands down, hips high. Stretch through the backs of the legs. Inhale to a half lift. Hands to shins. Exhale. Plant the hands, step the feet back. High plank. Nice long body. Once you straighten out, you might decide to let the knees come down for support. Otherwise, you'll press the heels behind you to really keep the legs long. Squeezing everything. Building strength here. And then with your chaturanga, knees or toes, the elbows hug back and you lower. Come all the way to the mat. Tops of the feet pressed. Inhale to your cobra. Just gentle lift. Exhale, lower. Curl the toes. Make your way back to down dog. Maybe lifting through a table, maybe a plank. Again, finding that nice long spine. If you need to bend the knees to lift the hips a little more and get a little more length, then bring that bend to the knees. Take a nice deep breath here in through the nose. Exhale, side out. Inhale, the heels lift. Hover the shins over the mat. Deep bend in the knees. Look forward. Really press the fingertips into the mat. And then step forward. Maybe you hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, standing. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, bring the feet together. Toes are touching. Little space between the heels. Stand up nice and tall. And then we're going to bring the right hand forward, left arm back. Just take a nice tall twist and think about pressing the hips to be in line to the top of the mat. Try to get a little taller for the crown of the head. And then bring the hands back to heart center. Find a rotation through the trunk. So other side. Right hand back, left arm forward. And then inhale through center, both arms up, sit back to your chair. you lift the chest. And a release. Hands down, hips high. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left leg back. Runner's lunge for just a moment. You let the back knee come down, low onto asana, fingertips float up. Hook the thumbs. Kind of pull the arms apart, lift the chest. Maybe stretch a little bit more through that hip flexor, letting the hips get heavy. Keep pressing through the front foot. Keep from. And then release. The hands will come down. Now we're going to sweep that right leg back, keeping it lifted. Don't move to the side. You're just going to open up to a modified side plank. Right arm lifts to the sky. And then you can reach that right arm overhead so there's a long line from the fingertips all the way to the toe. Inhale here, and then exhale. Bring the elbow and the knee together. Just feeling the sides of the waist. Inhale to get long. Exhale, bring the knee and elbow together. One more time. Inhale, reach. This time you'll exhale, turn back towards your mat. Bring the toes to the mat. Extend the left leg and just lift right to your down dog. Hips lift up. Maybe pedaling out through the legs. And then with your next inhale, you'll lift the heels. Again, hover the shins, deep bend in the knees as you look forward. And then it could be a step or maybe a float at the feet to the hands. Fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right leg goes back. And finding the runner's lunge first, just to get length in the back leg. Then let the knee come down. Fingertips float. We'll hook the thumbs, lift through the chest. And a nice deep breath as you press through that front foot, keeping you rooted down. And then release, hands down. Pull the belly in as you extend the left leg back. Inhale, we'll open up, left arm to the sky. And then you can start to reach that left hand forward, overhead, as you press a little bit more through the floating leg. Take a nice deep breath, and then exhale, knee and elbow come together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to the mat. Bring the knees down, curl the toes. This time we'll find a plank. And again, maybe once you get to this plank position, you decide to let the knees come down, find a little support. Keep pulling the belly in, press the upper back to the sky. So there's a little bit of rounding in the upper back. And then chaturanga, knees or toes. Hug the elbows back, like a tricep push-up. Lowering, tops of the feet press. Inhale, gentle cobra. Maybe an up dog, letting the hips and thighs lift. Exhale, down dog, your vinyasa flow right here. Inhale, right leg lifts long, press through the heel, bend the knee, open the hip. If it feels good, circle through the ankle. Make sure to circle in both directions. And then inhale, we'll square the hips, lengthen the leg. Exhale, knee to nose, around the spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Runner's lunge, plant the foot down. Left hand stays, right arm, right arm lifts. Turning towards that knee, finding your runner's twist. And you always have the option to let the back knee come down. Keep the back leg strong. Notice if you're starting to sink down to that back hip and leg. And release. Top arm comes down. Right leg meets left. We take our optional flow. High little push-up. You could always lift right to your down dog and skip any of this. Once you do arrive, left leg lifts long. Finding length first. Press the heel back, then bend the knee, open up the hip. Shoulders are square. Maybe you're rotating through the ankle. And switching directions here. Inhale, square the hips, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Hold for a moment. Plant the foot down, your lunge. Take a moment, notice your alignment. And then you'll move into your twist. Right hand down, left arm to the sky. Long spine, pull the belly in. And slow release, top arm down, left leg back. Lower all the way to the mat. And then bring the hands back by the hips, palms face down. So the body's nice and long, the toes are pointed, tops of the feet pressed. We're just going to take a variation on our cobra. So the hands are down at your side, palms are pressing into the mat, and then as you inhale, lift the chest here. Round down through the hips, relax the shoulders. And then maybe you'll let the toes, feet, maybe the knees float. And if you like, you can start to lift the hands. Your choice. Feel the strength building through all the muscles lining the back of the body. Reach the arms forward. Pull it back right under the shoulders, child's pose. Press the hips back over the knee. Take a nice stretch right here. Maybe a good place to get some water. Back to your intention, come back to that steady breath. And as you inhale, you put the press into the fingertips, looking forward, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, your down dog. Inhale to look forward as you lift the heels and walk to the front of the mat. Hold. Half lift, deep breath. Exhale, release. Inhale to standing, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Arms right here. Bring the toes together. Keep that separation between the heels just a little bit. And then we'll sit back into our chair. Fingertips to the sky. My help is squeeze the inner thighs together, squeeze the knees together, lift the chest. And then if you want to challenge your balance, the heels lift. Sitting down a little more, maybe lifting the chest a little more. Nice strong breath, challenging yourself. Getting stronger. And release, let the heels come down, hips high. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. High plank, your flow all the way to your down dog. Making it there any way that feels good for you. Right leg lifts long here. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, hug it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. And then to your warrior one. Plant the foot between the hands, spin the back heel. The fingertips float forward and up. And then once you arrive here, notice if you need to make any adjustments so that you can feel stable through the feet. We're just going to release the hands to the back of the head. You might interlace the fingers, let the elbows get wide. Lift through the chest. Inhale, reach the arms up. Let the left hand reach for the right wrist. Straighten that front leg. Stretch through the side body. You could start to curl the toes towards the shin, lifting up and back a little more. And then triangle. Keep that leg straight. Reach forward. Let the hand relax onto the shin, maybe a block or the mat. And release. Both hands can come down to the inside of that front foot. Let that front foot get wide. And then bring the back foot to the other edge of the mat. So wide. Just take a little sway side to side here. Slowly, you'll start to make your way to stillness. Hands will plant. Take a half lift. Flat back. Inhale. Exhale. Hands plant. Feet step back. Your high plank. And take your flow. Inhale your cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice deep breath once you get there. Inhaling. Side out, exhale. Release the feet. Inhale, left leg will lift long. Find some length, and then exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, need a nose. Pause for a moment. And then release. Your warrior one, plant the foot, spin the back heel. Fingertips forward and out. Yeah, take a moment. Finding your breath. Noticing if you want to make any adjustments. And then you can let the elbows come wide. Open the chest. Feel the shoulder blades come together behind you. Steady breath here. And straightening through that front leg. You lift up and back. Straighten the arms. Reach for the left wrist with the right hand. Stretch up and back a little more. Maybe curl the toes towards the shin. And then release that front leg is straight, arms long. You can go right into your triangle pose. Letting the left hand make its way somewhere. Maybe on the leg. Anywhere on the leg. Top arms lifting. Chest is open. And release. Both hands to the mat. Again, we'll take that wide stance with the legs again. So let the left toes point out. Right toes are going to come to the other edge of the mat. This time, we're going to inhale to a half lift. Let the right hand stay down and find a twist. Left arm to the sky. And release. Left hand down, right arm lifts. And release, both hands down. Take a wide forward fold here. So it can feel nice to walk the hands in between the legs towards the space behind you, or you might like to reach to the outside of your ankles or shins and get a little deeper that way. So notice what feels better. Take a moment to release through the neck, so I'll go ahead and shake the head no. And then nod the head yes. Softly, releasing any tension here. And then soften any grip that you're taking. And heel toes of feet to hip distance. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, lower, soft knees, press to standing. Arms reach overhead, exhale, hands to heart center. On your nice tall posture right here. On your balance. Lock the eyes in on your gaze point. All the weight coming to that right leg and more if you want. You can always put the toes down and just work on lifting a little bit at a time. Pulling the belly in, lift the chest, get really strong in that standing leg, and then maybe you'll extend. Taking some energy to the space in front of you, and then moving back to your warrior three, taking your time. Notice every slow transition of movement. Lost my train of thought. Once you get into your warrior three, let the arms reach back behind you. Gaze going, focus down somewhere on the mat or the floor. And then you can release to your warrior two. So let the toes come down, open up. Strong gaze over your longest fingertips. Back leg is long. And then on the inhale, both arms will reach up, straight to front leg. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, reach. This time turn towards the long edge and release to your goddess. Arms open up. Elbows at shoulders height. The knees are bent. The knees are pressing behind you. And finding that breath. Finding a nice long spine. Inhale, we'll reach up again. Exhale to the front of the mat. Back to your warrior two. Let the back hand come to the hip. And we'll work on our balancing half movement. As you reach the right fingertips forward so they land on the mat. Energy to that front leg. The back leg lifts. Open the hips. Open and step. And then if at any time you're ready, you'll reach the left arm to the sky. If you have a bind here and you'd like to take it, you can always bend into that top leg. Reach the top of the foot and take your bind here if that feels good. Now wherever you are, if you're down or not, we'll slowly start to turn towards the mat. Both hands come down, balancing half split. So keep that back leg lifted. It could be parallel to the mat. Take a half lift of the back, straightening out as much as we can, and then exhale, knee to nose, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Pause for a moment. Bend into the standing leg. Both feet plant together. Chair pose. Fingertips to the sky. Inhale to release some tension. Exhale, hands to heart center, back to chair. Left elbow crosses one or both knees or splits. Strong breath, keep sitting the hips back. And then a forward fold, let it go. Just take a really soft forward fold here. Maybe letting the backs of the hands just relax on the mat. Take a little sway side to side, bending it to one knee then the other. Just shaking it out. And then we'll start to find a slow roll back up to standing. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here. You can always finding some awareness, just notice state of your body, state of your mind. Notice the changes in your breath. Really finding a balance. The eyes find their gaze point. Steady the breath, and then you're really strong in that left leg, solid. And right knee can float up as you hug the belly in. If you want to go further, you'll extend the leg. Challenging the balance in the core string. And then you'll take a slow mindful shift back. Take your time. Letting the arms reach back by the hips. Body wanting straight, hips are square. Flexing the toes. And then a release to warrior two. Toes find the mat. We'll open and taking up space on your mat. That back leg's long and straight. Nice 90-degree bend in the front knee. Easing over the longest finger. Inhale, we'll reach up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale. Exhale, really moving with your breath. Inhale, reach up, stay right there. Turn to your goddess. Exhale, start to sink down. Bending into the knees. Really find length through the spine and a little tuck to the tail. So it's really easy to start sticking out the chest and sticking out the tailbone here. Try to be mindful, see if you can pull it all together. If you have to come up a little bit to do that, then that's okay. We'll all come out of this for a moment. Inhale, straighten. Back to your goddess. Come back down. You might take a moment to lift one heel. Let it come down. The other heel. Release. Maybe with both heels. Let it go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, back to your warrior two, facing the front of the room. Back hand to the hip. Get really long through the side body, reaching the left fingertips forward till they find the mat. And you could float that back leg to hip height, open up the hips so they stack. Flexing the toes, looking down towards the mat. If you have a block, this is a nice place to use a block. And then, if it feels good, you'll reach the right arm up to the sky. And then if you had further to go and you like the bind on the other side, then take it here, bending into the top leg, reaching for the top of the foot. Getting a nice stretch to the quad, in the chest, shoulder. And then wherever you are, take one more breath. And exhale to release, taking your time, both hands to the mat. Squaring out that half standing split. So kind of stamping the footprint on the back wall. Inhaling for a half lift. And then exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. One more time. Deep breath, get long. Exhale, pull it in, pause. And plant both feet together. Deep bend in the knees. Fingertips to chair pose, floating overhead. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sit back, hands to your heart center. We cross right elbow over one, maybe both knees. Taking your twist, pressing the palms together. Finding your steady breath. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, or high plank right here. Pause for a moment, maybe you're on your knees. We'll take a flow to rinse it out. Hide a little push up. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we'll pause here for a few breaths. So taking just a little space for rest. Some people like to rest in a down dog, but you can take a child's pose right here, or stop and grab some water. Take a few moments, wherever it feels good. Come back to your breath. And then if you're in your child's pose, we'll start to move up to our down dog. Lifting the hips. And then we're going to go from our down dog into our dolphin pose. So letting one forearm and then the other come to the mat. Palms are pressing. You're going to keep lifting the hips up and back. You're going to feel a little bit more of an intense stretch through the backs of the legs. It's also building a little more strength for the back. It's a good pose if you want to work on forearm stand or just building the strength in the upper body. We're going to extend the right leg up to the sky. It should feel a nice stretch through the other leg. You could lift the left heel up, press it down. You might like this movement a few times. And then release. Let the right leg come down. And lift the left leg up. Feeling that nice stretch. Again, it might feel nice to just pause here, or you'll start to take that movement with the other leg. Lifting the heel, pressing it down. And then letting the left leg come down as well. One more deep breath in your dolphin. And slow release. Inhale to look forward. Extend the body long. So now we're going to come into a forearm plank. Always have the option to let the knees come down. Just be here for a few breaths. Stowing the heels behind you. Pull the belly button in. And then with the next exhale, slow release. Let the hips come down. Sphinx pose. Keep the forearms on the mat. Elbows are right under the shoulders. The palms are pressing down, fingers spread wide. Think about lengthening the tailbone back and down. Legs are long, toes are pointed towards the outer corners of the mat. The chest lifted. So it's a little bit of a back bend here. If having the elbows under the shoulders creates too much tension, you can always walk the hands forward a little more. So you notice how your back feels. Again, finding that length of the tailbone back and down so you create a little more space. And here, just let the chin rest to the chest. Stretch the back of the neck. And then inhale the right ear to the right shoulder. And then the chin to the chest. Left ear, left shoulder. One more time. Let the chin roll through the center and inhale it to the right. Exhale it down. Inhale it to the left. Slow release. Come all the way down to the mat. Let the right ear rest on the mat and the arms by your side. Now on the next inhale, start to lift, so look straight ahead of you. Prepare for our locust pose. Bring the legs together. And then inhale, start to lift up. Pulling the shoulder blades back. Always you can start with the upper body. And then notice if you just want to stay here. If you want to go further, then go ahead and lift the feet. Use the knees. And finding that action with rounding the hips and lengthening the tailbone back and down so you're really supported without creating too much tension in the lower back. And then slowly release, left ear down to the mat. Inhale to look through center. One more back bend here. So either take a locust, or if you have a bow in your practice and you like to take bow, you can take bow. So if you're going where we just were, then feel free to start to move into that pose. A locust talk us into both. So go ahead and bend the knees if you're coming into bow, and reach for the tops of the feet. And then as you inhale, press the feet to the hands into the feet. Starting to find that lift. So wherever you go, either the locust we were just in, if you're open for bow, Try to let the chest relax forward. Notice if you're starting to create any tension to hold on. Try to find softness and then just really feel your breath. We'll just stay for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release hands right under the forehead. Let the feet sway side to side. Loosen up through the lower back. Let the feet zigzag all the way down. Let the hands come right under the shoulders. Curl the toes. Press yourself all the way up to down dog. Just a transition. We're going to lift the right leg once you get there. We'll come into our pigeon. As you exhale, bring the knee to the right, toes to the left. Really flex the foot, extend the back leg. Now, if you know that pigeon's not a great pose in your body and you want to come to figure 4, figure 4 is always there for you. If you're in pigeon, take a moment to square the hips, lift the chest. And then maybe you'll lower down, if that feels good. So making sure to notice if you're feeling any tension in the knee, any pain. You want to come to figure 4 if you feel any sensations in the knee. You want to be careful there. Really breathe into any tension you feel. And then with a slow, level inhale, walking the hands closer. Shift onto the right hip. Shift the left leg forward. Coming into your Ujjayi contraction on the legs here, like 3 legs. Letting the left leg be long and straight, flex the toes. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Just take a twist here. Right fingertips are on the mat. Sit up nice and tall to the spine. We're going to inhale forward, reaching the arms overhead. Flex the toes on that long leg, and then exhale. Take your Ujjayi Prashasana stretch. Again, if you're in this pose and you have sensitive knees and you ever don't want to keep the knee bent, probably widen the angle of that leg or just skip the knee bending altogether. Straight leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand right behind the hip, lifting here. Press into the shin, top of the foot. Left fingertips are reaching up. And then relax the hips down. We're going to make our way back to down dog. So you might take a little transition here, rolling back across the ankles, pull the belly in. And then rock forward, plant your hands, uncross, finding down dog. Then once you arrive with that left leg lift, finding length. And then as you exhale, bring the knee to the left, the toes to the right, really flexing the toes, extending the back leg to come into your pigeon. And of course, noticing if you'd rather come to figure 4 on this side. Taking a moment to square the hips, lift the chest. And take your time getting into your pigeon pose. next inhale, we'll start to lift. Shift on to the left hip and sweep the right leg forward. Find that position, that kind of tree-like position in the legs. Make sure to flex the foot on the extended leg so that leg is still engaged. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips behind you. Take your twist. Inhaling, both arms will reach up overhead as you come through center, and then hinging at the hips. Take your stretch right here, your forward fold. Letting the upper body relax. Make sure to keep some softness in the legs, not creating any tension to the joints. Inhale, we'll start to reach up. Exhale, left hand plants behind that hip, and then we'll press the mat away to lift, reaching the right arm overhead. Long and nice opening in the hips. And then a slow release. Letting everything come down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Your Baddha Konasana, maybe starting to bring yourself to the top of the mat. Hands can wrap up the feet, arms on the inside, toes to wrap around the top. You might stay right here. If you have a little further to go, you can start to hinge forward, bring the elbows to the inner thighs. Round down through the hips. Always trying to find some space. Somewhere to breathe into. And let your next inhale bring you up. Reach the arms in front of you, and then exhale, roll down. Pull the belly in. Take your time. Try to find a nice controlled movement here. As you lower slowly, and then once you arrive, reach the arms overhead. It might feel nice to take opposite elbows and just let the arms relax in this way. The arms come down by your sides to the outer thighs. They can help to bring the legs back together and then hug the knees in. A little rock side to side. Nice release to the spine. And then to your legs up the wall. The soles of the feet reach towards the sky. Arms just relax down by your sides. Pausing in stillness. And from here, hug the knees back in. More rock side to side. Maybe a little rotation, rolling through any remaining areas of tension in the body. And then you'll find your deepest breath. Hugging everything in, squeezing, holding the breath, squeezing every muscle. And then with your exhale, let it go. Your most comfortable resting pose. Long on the mat. Eyes soft and closed. Often through the face, through the jaw. Start to really find a release through the body, balancing all the physical effort, just stillness. Come to your intentions here in your Shavasana. Deepen your breath. Spreading some movement back in the fingertips and the toes. And maybe you'll start to find a full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead. Inhaling all the way down the length of the body, filling all the way up. And with your exhale, you can pull the knees in, rocking side to side. And eventually you'll pause on one side and just find stillness. Next couple breaths, just noticing your practice, before you leave your mat, be noticing that there aren't many times throughout the day that we stop in stillness and just notice our state, notice our breath, notice what we're actually thinking about, but without any kind of judgment or evaluation about it, just noticing. So here we'll imagine we can just let go of anything from the day that we might not need and take with us all this calming energy, this balance, this peaceful feeling, so that we always find this place when we need it. And with that in mind, we'll come up to a comfortable seat, keeping the eyes closed or soft, hands to heart center. And then together we'll take a nice deep breath. Exhale, bow to honor yourself. Inhale comes to third eye center. Peace in our thoughts. Feel gratitude for ourselves, for each other, for the practice. Say namaste. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. It's nice to see you all. Hope you have a nice night and a nice week. If you ever want to work on anything, you have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer them for you. I'll put the colorful lights back on.